inching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week. And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready. And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him. On second down, a run with Dobbins. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they? They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return. Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity. And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. 40 yards rushing for him now to this point. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front. We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Throwing is Jackson. That's complete right around the 8. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. One more time with Dobbins. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here for the opening drive, and now it's put over shot. No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Calvin Ridley, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are on the board first here on the road in Tampa. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. Oh, he's got some. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. The 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. They got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. Oh, good-looking return set up here. The 40. Past the 20. He will score. Touchdown, Ravens. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. On second down, here's Fournette. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 into 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Brady. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Odafe Oweh. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
While he was adjusting to the NFL game, Odafe Oweh had 5 sacks as a rookie, and he's only scraped the surface of what he can do.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Up the gut, Fournette. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 131 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
This is caught by Evans. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal.
Check it, reload!
Fournette again. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
On third and short to give to the tight end. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Cade Otton with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bucs are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point up and good by Succop. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one. But now playing here on Thursday night, do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that. I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 9 good yards there on the run, and now third down.
Well, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all. I think for both coaches, they looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Oh, and this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Brady now on first down. He's going to take another shot here. And he hauls it in for a Buccaneer touchdown. Mike Evans, 30 yards. And the Buccaneers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Succop for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Joe Tryon-Shoyinka showcasing the pass rush. So we've reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Second half straight ahead from Raymond James Stadium. Both teams finishing up their halftime adjustments. So for the club, let's get back over to Tampa and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Evans. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. That's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Meanwhile, Brady's throw here into the hands of Jones. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Now, we are keeping a close eye on his catches, a really close eye now, because that's number 899 in his career. The next one will give him 900. Fournette, a 1st down carry, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Brady going to throw. And this is caught by Evans. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 13-yard line. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Inside handoff now to Fournette. And he is going to lose yardage here. Big Calais Campbell fighting through to make the play in the backfield.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, that's exactly what you're looking for.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes, they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time, he uses quickness to make a play.
Now he'll let this one go deep, right sideline. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 47 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. They go play action now. Jackson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it can be tipped up and picked off.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson, he'll swing this out to Dobbins. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They'll run with Dobbins. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. A handoff to Fournette. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. On play action, it's Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Dancing to his left. Looking downfield for Godwin. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And the Ravens are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the question, can they turn that interception into points? A tie game for the moment in the 4th quarter. He tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Play action. It's Jackson rolling to his right. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Jackson connecting with Andrews. That'll give them 8 that time. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
I like what they did there. Still keeping their tight ends involved. They understand it's not quite Hail Mary time just yet.
And the box with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now 4th down. You've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made in my estimation.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
They'll swing this out to Fournette. Finding space at the 40.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Fournette running out of the gun. And they get him down right near the midfield stripe. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now Brady. He completes it to Evans. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
Brady to Evans that time. First down, Tampa.
If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Hey, 166. Hey.
Fournette once more on 2nd down.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
to throw. And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds, 19 left. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to almost certainly win the football game. Succop's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on a field goal win.
What a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And oh, that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared to stay on your feet defensively and tackle somebody.
Well, it took us until the final play chart to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play, they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it, because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded, because we've seen the improbable before. A couple laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So for the Bucs, they moved to 7-1 on the year with the victory. And now they'll have a few extra days before they face the Rams next week. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, the perfect season was apparently not meant to be as they dropped to 7-1. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints.